It is Friday, 9/17/2021. Coming into the market today. This is episode 3 of my Topstep trading combine. Pre-market volume is 215,828 over the average of 190,456. So we're seeing some elevation in pre-market volume. The market hasn't changed much. 4461.25 change minus 3. Change minus 0.07%. The overnight range is 424.25, so within the norm, so to speak. VIX is currently 18.86 plus 0.17. And we have an inside day, so the expectation is we're going to be range bound, and you fade these edges until it breaks one of the edges, and you go with it if there's acceptance. I'm looking a little bit at a different angle here. Oops, there it is. See, we've got this balance here. 1, 2, 3, 4 days, and this is our range here, and the breakout areas are where these high volume nodes are. And there are targets below, so if we break below this, it was at Tuesday's low, that's going to be initially a fade and then a go with it, but you may just want to watch and see what happens. So the overnight action was kind of, it was what is the word I'm looking for? It was constrained, I would say. We stayed well within yesterday's range, cycled up, cycled down to these areas of resistance here, support here. And the overnight high is almost equidistant to the overnight low from where the market may open. So I may be looking for an ATR break off the open. We'll just have to see what happens. The market had a pretty decent sell-off right as the market opened, and now came down, front ran the overnight low, had a bounce, and now we're getting back below the mid. I think I just missed my entry. I'm looking to enter this thing maybe around 52, try to go take it out. So I'm going to let it stop me in at 52 and see if we can't go get this overnight low. All right, so I'm in right now. I'm going to move the, my stop target is going to be above the open at 57. So this is a bit of an innovator trade, so I don't have a super high confidence level in it. But given this market structure, I believe we have a much better chance currently of taking out the overnight low. And we're under the open, under mid. And I don't have a, I'm trying to get it maybe 2 points above the overnight low, or no, sorry, 1.5 above the overnight low, in case they keep trying to front run it, which they could do. So I'm 50 cents above the low here, and we'll see how this plays out. All right, second 15-minute bar is starting now. Coming back down to the 1 minute opening range. So this, if it's going to bounce, this would be the spot. If it's going to go, this would also probably be the spot. So now, in case they really try to make this thing up, just give it a second. See some contracts coming in, but there are definitely buyers all down here. So it's not guaranteed. This obviously it's not guaranteed. It's going to come down, but this would be the spot. This is sort of the line in the sand right now for this bet. Okay, and I'm stopped on that. So the first one was a loser. It's now going to turn around and go down, probably get the overnight low. That stop may have been a little too tight. Okay, time is 9:59. A is closing well below the open up here. And I'm anticipating a B trade, and am going to look to get short in this area. But I almost may need to add all the way up if this has a pretty strong reaction back up. I'm also just going to kind of see how B opens and where the high and low is as it develops to gauge how to enter this trade and when to enter it, whether before 10:15 or later. So that was the first touch of the red line there. If I had taken that, 43. I mean, it's definitely got some upward momentum. I don't want to get in too early on this trade. And it could go all the way back up because we're in options expiration, and strange market movements happen that are not always in the norm when you have options expiration, especially with triple witching. Contextually, we came down all the way to right above D's low from yesterday, right above the day's low from yesterday. So we could go back to half back up here at 44, 48 area, which is also the overnight low. We could stop at this ATR level, or we could go all the way back up to the open. So I'm just going to give it a minute. All right, so now we're starting to extend downward. I'm going to go ahead and get short. Entry is 44.39.50. Time is 10:02. First target, I guess, is a break of A's low because I want to front run yesterday's low. I don't really want to try to see it go all the way through yet. And they may front run A's low anyway on the first touch, but let's see what happens. I'm tempted to move this sucker to break even because I may have to get in it a few times if they front run it. And my stop would need to be around 42, ultimate stop right now. Maybe 43 even. Top of B's high, 43.75. So I'm going to go ahead and put the stop at 43.75 and see if we can't get a press down to break B's low early and then set up a 10:05 trade. Definitely taking some heat on this. Not a ton yet, but okay, just pause this and then I'll turn it back on if we get some movement here. Well, it's coming down. All right. So this is favorable, that's for sure. Just need a little bit of a push down, see if we get it, and see if a 10:05 trade sets up. I might even should let this thing run until 10:15 if it goes, and they're having some difficulty. So no guarantees on these trades, that's for sure, but we're below B's mid, below the red line. Definitely got some downward movement here. Let's see if we can take it. All right, so my algo management automatically moves my stop once we move 1.5 points. It's really just to protect front running, which they often do. If they front run this and bring it all the way back up, you really don't want to be sitting there holding the bag, wishing you had closed the trade. So All right, order field, so I'm basically break even on the day right now. So that happened right at 10:05, and I wasn't really in the mindset to take the 10:05 trade. I'm going to give this thing just a minute further, see what happens, and not rush into any trades right now. I was not comfortable with the price action here. To break the IB low. I mean, I just was not comfortable with the feel of the market. I also wasn't real happy with the way I traded earlier, and maybe I'm a little too tired to execute effectively, given that I moved my stop earlier. But just wanted to point out an interesting setup where we had an outside bar on the 5-minute chart, which is what I use for these signals, where the I guess the preceding bar here, call that preceding bar, the next bar goes below and then above, and then we had an inside bar, which is within the range of the preceding of the bar that precedes it, and then we take out the low, and then we broke the IB low. So I don't tend to enter those IB trades before 10:45, and on that one under strat strategy, I think it's called a 3-1, something like that, reversal bar. The drawdown would have been fairly significant. I mean, 5-something points in a market like this. It's just so volatile, and the VIX is quite high. In addition, I'm sure there are people buying down here now. We're near the bottom end of the 4-day balance, and there are going to be some buyers. But again, I'm just not feeling it, and I don't want to make any trades today. I think I'm done for the day, up $15, and I will try it again next week. Thank you.